University of Otago Oval here in Dunedin, playing host to the fourth one-day international between New Zealand and England. New Zealand's Kane Williamson electing to bowl first. Jason Roy and Johnny Bairstow got things underway. Magnificent partnership at the top. Jason Roy, 42. There was an early review for LBW, but looked like it was on leg stump, maybe a round leg stump, and it proved to have pitched just outside.
Okay, pitch outside the leg.
New Zealand lost their review very quickly. From that time on, it was a partnership that yielded 77 runs before Jason Roy was dismissed. Catch from Mitchell Santner. Then Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root put on 190 together, and Craig Cumming. Just a fantastic partnership and hundreds for both these players.
Yeah, played beautifully well. They didn't let the New Zealand bowlers settle, whether it be spin or pace. They just played with the fielders at times. Joe Root batted beautifully. The ability to sweep the spinners are brilliant. Bairstow brought up his 100. Joe Root at the other end was hitting the gaps, and that 190-run partnership. Joe Root got through to his 100, had to run hard, but got there.
Okay, thank you. Made my decision.
A wee bit later on, a wee bit early, he brought up his 100 while running a 2. Not a big ground, but the power and the sixes were massive. 107 metres, 112 metres, and then Bairstow, as they're about to launch the 38th over, put one straight up. Munro had the wicket, but it was a brilliant innings of 138. And then things just turned on its head. Butler gone, second ball to Sodhi. Morgan tried to get on with it. He hit it straight up in the air. And they were set to launch in the last 10 overs, but they just kept losing wicket after wicket. Stokes, third ball, taking on Sodhi, who ended up with the match figures of 4 for 58. And then he came back brilliantly. New Zealand actually lifted in the field. With some cricket by England, they'll look back and go, what were we doing? We were set up. Joe Root did get his 100 and then glove one down the leg side. 59. They scored off the last 10 overs with a loss of 5 wickets, and that's on the back of Curran, who picked up 18 off the last over of Southey. They were on for maybe 400, then 350. Thanks to Curran at the end, they got through to 335. It was a great finish to what had been brilliant 38 overs, and then 11 overs of madness, but they still got a brilliant total, 335 for 9. New Zealand are going to have to bat well.
Here's the wickets.
Colin Munro, first up, good decision from Sean Haig. They decided to review it. We weren't overly happy with that review, that is for sure, because it was just dead. It was plumb. Martin Guptill, Chris Wykes had bowled a brilliant 10 deliveries to Martin Guptill prior to that, or 9 prior to that. And he just found the air, was trying to go downtown, hit it too high, and this partnership then started things off for New Zealand. 84 runs it was. Kane Williamson 45, just about a run a ball off 48 deliveries in the end it was. Belty didn't hit it. Kane Williamson, nothing showed up on our Snicko. He wasn't overly happy, but there was no review remaining. That was an appeal early on Tom Latham. England decided to use that one up as well, but it pitched outside leg, as they normally do from Ben Stokes to the left-handers. That was overturned, that review. Moeen Ali then, how big a moment was that? Put down Tom Latham very early on. And mentioned too in commentary just prior to Tom Latham getting out that we cannot underestimate his contribution. I think that partnership with worth 187 with Ross Taylor was so crucial. Taylor bringing up his century on that occasion. And Tom Latham, meanwhile, had gone through to a half century, then through to 71. He finished up, and this is the big moment for Ross Taylor in the match where he had to put in the hard yard, dived, felt maybe the quad go. We're only surmising here, we're only speculating. We're not 100% sure, so we will wait on final confirmation of what has happened to Ross Taylor. But from that moment on, he started to swing freely, was unable to run the ones and the twos. And then he lost his mate, Tom Latham. 187, that partnership. Latham gone for 71. It was a fine innings. Colin de Grandhomme, as we've come known from him walked out to the wicket, went 4, went 6, went 6, and then went out. 23 from 12, but as we heard from Ross Taylor, those little contributions towards the bottom, very, very crucial. He looked for length late and finally got it from Chris Wokes. 6, then a 4, wonderful 4, then a full toss for 6 as well. And the winning runs from Henry Nicholls, who had struggled and struggled and struggled, but got one on his legs and put it away to the square leg boundary for 6. But it was Ross Taylor's day, New Zealand's day, and they draw the series level at 2-all, chasing 336 to win. Finished 339 for 5, 3 balls remaining.
In the middle of the University of Otago Oval, where today we have seen a famous New Zealand victory.